Good evening. Welcome to Current Affairs. Cow vigilantism has become a very common phenomenon nowadays. Even in the earlier days it was there, but now it became too much. On the name of cow vigilantism, lynching is happening. People are being lynched. How exactly it is happening? The civil society is coming into the picture, and a mob is coming into the picture, and they are giving the punishment for a person who is taking away the cows, and it has been taken very seriously by the Supreme Court, and especially for the past few months. So this is happening in a very high note. And in the month of July 2018, so there was a person by name Rakbar Khan in Alwar of Rajasthan. So he was taking cows, and a group of people have come, and he was thrashed and he was lynched. So he was seriously injured, and the police reached there a bit late. And after reaching over there, police were more interested to send back these cows to Goshala rather than sending the person to a hospital. And because of the delay, he passed away. He died. So that shook the entire country, and Supreme Court took it very seriously. And Supreme Court asked central government and all the state governments to mention what are the measures that you are taking to prevent this lynching. How come a group of people will take law into their hands? So this has been taken very seriously by the court. And of course, very few states have submitted their report on what actions they are taking, what measures they are taking to contain this lynching. And most of the states are yet to respond. Supreme Court said very clearly, you are not carrying the Supreme Court, and you are not responding to the questions that are posed by the Supreme Court. If it is done, home secretaries of those states will be summoned before the court, and they will be punished accordingly. So this is the statement that is used by the Supreme Court. Meaning, if some state is not listening to the directions that are given by Supreme Court, to whom do they listen? So this has been taken very seriously. Now, with respect to this Rajasthan Alwar case, it has been taken very seriously by the Supreme Court. And with respect to Prevention of Cruelty Towards Animals Act, the state government can give powers to a civil society. The state government can give powers to civil society, where the civil society can seize the vehicles. They can stop the vehicles, and they can go for searching of the vehicles or any place. Once this information came to the Supreme Court was shocked. How come it is happening, and how come a state can give the police powers to a civil society? Civil society means this is a group of people linked together with the common ideology and objectives. That's the reason why. So the common ideology is cow vigilantism. Protection of cows, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, in fact. But on the name of that one, lynching someone it should be taken very seriously. And on this particular one, most of the people in the country and Supreme Court also expressed its concern. So when this information has been taken to the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of India himself was shocked by looking at a section which is permitting the state government to give powers to a civil society to seize the vehicles and inspect the vehicles and houses. And CJI was surprised, and he asked the council why this matter was not brought to the court all these days. And he took it very seriously, and he asked about the report to be submitted by Rajasthan government on this. So nowadays it is becoming very serious one. It's a matter of very serious concern. On that one, I have the information that has been given the Hindu paper today. So I'll be showing the document to you. I'll be showing the document to you. Kindly have a look at this. Look at this. So this is the thing. Supreme Court orders Rajasthan to file report on Alwar lynching. Look at this. Look at this. See here, the main thing is going around this. It is a curious case of Rule 3. Look at this very clearly. And my dear close friends, all of you who are writing the examination, civil services main examination or any state group 1 main examination, if you are getting questions which are related to these topics, you are expected to write the number of the rule also, and that will be fetching you an edge. Look at this. Under this particular rule of prevention of cruelty to animals, look at this. So this is the prevention of cruelty to animals. It is a rule of 2001. A state can confer powers upon any society in a district to prevent cruelty against animals. And if you look at this particular lady, this Indira Jaising, she's the counsel there. She said that the organized civil society groups engage in cow vigilantism. These groups are given police powers to stop vehicles, search premises, and seize animals. So this is what is said by Indira Jaising. And for this particular one, CJI was shocked, and he said that why this rule had never been challenged till date. So meaning is simple, it was existing since the year 2001, and so far it has not been challenged. And kindly remember, so this is a whole case that is related to the, this is July 20th. On this particular one, Supreme Court has responded very, very seriously. So this is the Alwar lynching case, and the name of the person was Rakbar Khan. Kindly remember this one. And you see, police have shown interest to take the cows to their shelter, like this is called Goshala, and they delayed taking the person to the hospital, and the person died. Clear, very, very important one. And when you look at this very clearly, the court asked, this all the states, wherever you have given power to the civil society, the list of all the civil societies where the powers have been given, so they must be submitted to the court. The court made it very, very clear. And kindly remember, whatever has happened in Rajasthan, it is not the only incident that happened. It's happening in many, many places in India. And this is the time, at least now, one should be very, very, very cautious and careful. Basically, what happens, this is called mobocracy. A mob is coming, and a mob is taking the power into their hands, and they are punishing the people over there. So which is a very, very, very unfortunate. And this is, if it is allowed for longer period of time, obviously, so there will be a loss, there will be a chaos, in fact. So there will be a chaos, and that will lead to orderliness, lack of orderliness, which is a very, very unfortunate thing. And state governments are expected to play a very crucial role. And as far as lynching is concerned, and whatever the powers that have been given to the civil societies must be withdrawn immediately. And accordingly, the rules must be adjusted. Probably, I think Supreme Court in its next ruling will strike down this particular rule, obviously, which is considered to be, you are giving power to a mob. That is called mobocracy. Mob means group of people. Crasy means government. Meaning you are giving powers to a group to take some action. So which is very, very unfortunate, and that is leading to these lynchings. Very, 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 very sad. And that is showing the inefficiency on the part of the government. And hopefully these issues will be resolved at the earliest. Though cow vigilantism is there, that should not lead to lynching. Right? If there is any suspicion, come on, take it to the notice of the concerned authorities. They will take the action. but killing someone is absolutely unacceptable in any society, especially for a society like Indian society, because we all belong to one country. We all live like one family, and India is this praised throughout the world for its oneness. So though there are so many uh, diversities, so we are one. That is, there is a lot of unity, that is called unity in diversity. So though we have various religions, regions, cultures, languages, so many things are there, but still we all are one. And all the people, they got lots of tolerance, in fact. But few people, whoever is performing these activities, so they are bringing complete bad name to the nation, bad name to the society, and the society is getting, this is shocked by all these things. Hence, people must be educated. People should be given lots of knowledge regarding stopping all these atrocities, and lynching under any circumstances must be stopped. And hopefully all the state governments in India will take certain measures to stop and prevent all these things. And of course, I sincerely feel that probably in the next hearing, Supreme Court will strike down this particular rule, and such type of power giving to any civil society is unacceptable. So hopefully everything will be fine in India, and whatever the pride we have with respect to India, that pride will continue. India the Great. Thank you so much for being with me this evening, and I'll see you in the next class. Good night.